Hello, this is Nyvelion of Advance Wars by Web, and I just wanted to show you all a game that ended recently between me playing as Gray Sky with Sasha as my CO against Raubvogel, Raubvogel, I don't know, playing against Orange Star, CO Grimm on the map Caustic Finale. This is one of those randomly generated endgames, so standard rules apply, 1,000 income per city and all that. CO powers are on, weather is clear. Anyway, I just wanted to show you all this game because something it was particularly interesting. Not yet at this point. This is, I'm moving through this gradually. This is day 14. I'm going to pause it here. We've built some infantry tanks, pretty standard as this is a fairly open map, no real choke points, except around the HQs. Seem to be winning so far, it's quite an income advantage, only a few turns in. Here I've dominated the south already, and I'm about to finish off his units here. And this is day 16, and not very interesting so far, but I just, even though I could have won here, I decided to try something. Since this guy did not resign, as most people would have, most people I played, when they're losing, they tend to quit when they have income disadvantage around just a few cities. Kind of lame, but that seems to be what people do around here. This guy's not quitting, so I decided to have a little fun with this. On the next turn, I started to bring my forces back. I wanted to see what this guy would do. He doesn't seem to know how resigning works, or doesn't want to do it. So, I'm just seeing what he's going to do here. I start pulling my standing forces back. I stop building units. I bring all of them back to the horizontal center. And his response to this is, well, he built 2 tanks initially just to, I don't know, wasn't very intimidating, but he did it, and now he's capturing all his properties back with infantry. And I'm just going to sit back and watch what he does. I make sure to keep a few units near my HQ just so I don't get surprised, but no real threat so far. He doesn't seem to be reacting too much to what I'm doing. I actually tried sending him a few broadcasts, but he didn't respond to any of them. So I have no idea what he's thinking at this point. Anyway, I'm just still holding back to see what he's going to do. He builds a rocket on the right, so I'm trying to keep my mid-tank away from it while keeping it near the HQ so that there's no surprises. Eventually, I'm just going to get bored here and I just start to attack. He wasn't quite ready for it since I had a bit of a head start with the funds and unit advantage. He tries to counterattack as best as he can, but he doesn't have very many units left, so within a few turns I start pushing him back. He's able to hold on the east quite well since it's easier to hold the bridge over there. I start building mega tanks, which he doesn't really have any way to defend against those, so I just keep doing this for a few turns. This is now around day 40. I have now beaten his army back a second time, and at this point I decide, well, it was a pretty interesting test, just to see what a person would do if I pulled back and, did what I did. I decided to do it again. I give him a turn to rebuild with the one base that I left him with, while I capture everything else. And I let him rebuild from an HQ, 1 city and 1 base, and I pull back to the, more logical diagonal since that's the way this map is split. Go a little faster here. I keep a couple lines of mega tanks, and I just keep building mega tanks whenever I can. I can build one almost every turn. He's focusing on getting a few mega tanks of his own. Doesn't quite get a line of them yet. Has a few artillery, making battleships, which will be harder to beat down. I just passed by the point where I got bored and just attacked. He was not ready for that. he's able to use his super CO power since, I don't know, just for fun I let him have it, even though I could have taken that out. He he didn't take out many mega tanks on the counterattack. His battleships do a little bit of damage, but in exactly 3 turns, he was beaten back to a single battleship. And that, unfortunately, wasn't as interesting as it could be. So I made the decision once again to pull back. But this time I decided to make it a little more interesting. I left him all of his bases, but I started spamming APCs, and I started throwing him around his bases just to annoy him, just to troll him, you know. I thought it was pretty funny. Yeah, he's building mechs now to take care of that, though, while I go back and do what I was doing before. So, I'll let him start taking his cities again, and let's fast forward this a bit. He eventually takes out all the APCs I was harassing him with. I decide not to build anything. I start saving funds until I have at least 1 million. He's going with mega tanks, artillery, and battleships again. It makes sense. I don't really know the next best thing he could do. Yeah, I do that for a while. Eventually I get bored and start pumping out mega tanks again. I start making missiles too. I thought it'd be funny to throw those at the bottom right. Yeah. Yeah, I tried sending him some broadcasts. I tried to warn him that if he attacked, I would go full counterattack. He didn't respond, but I guess he saw the message, because he's not attacking yet. I give him more of a chance to build a defense. I've finished building my own defense. I've filled every square I could behind the diagonal with mega tanks. Since I've run out of room, I just started building another mega tank every turn, take another square in the center on each day. This is day 150 now. He's got as many battleships as he can build, a line of mega tanks, and plenty of wrecks. He's not attacking yet, and as I've promised him, I'm not going to attack him either until he attacks first. That goes on a few more turns, and eventually it gets to the point on day 162 that I just run out of room. And I warn him that I'm going to start destroying 1 unit of his turn if he doesn't get out of my way or decide to finally attack me. So I guess he ignored it. I destroyed an infantry and mech, moved a mega tank in to fill their space. I warned him that I had to take his mega tanks next, as we can see from the map, but he ignored me. I take out a mega tank on each side. I guess that's what finally caused him to attack. We can see here that he did attack me with his mega tanks, oddly enough, but he attacked me with all of his indirect units that he could. Yeah, so since as promised, I attacked after he attacked me, doing quite a bit of damage. Took out most of his front line of mega tanks. He didn't hold anything after that, although I had quite the advantage. I think he took out a couple of my mega tanks, but he didn't do much damage to me. I had kind of an advantage. So I pressed on, destroyed several of his units with my mega tanks on this turn. The map is now filled with great mega tanks, and bad news here. I wanted to continue this game. I really wanted to, but this ended last October when the server was having some problems. So this is actually where the game ends after my last turn here, October 19th. He got booted from the game. So that's it. I just thought it highly entertaining. It was pretty interesting for me. It took a lot of time to build all those units and move them around, obviously, but this 170-day game is pretty interesting. This dude never talked to me at all, but without communicating anything, it was just interesting to see how he responded to the things I did. Just a nice little test. I had fun, and I hope you all thought it was interesting. But I don't know, I wanted to test, and this guy refuses to resign. It was a good matchup. I hope to meet this guy in battle again. Yeah, it's just too bad it ended a little early. I mean, I was going to win, obviously. That's a lot of mega tanks. I like mega tanks. Mega tanks are cool. I like building them. It's fun. And, yeah, it's fun. Yeah. And, yeah, it was nice. That's it. I guess, yeah, I'll go now.